we feel disengaged, because women have always been coming to the table and pushing those issues to the forefront. And a lot of us have been the backbone that have put some of these legislative individuals in their seat. And then once they get into their seat, they just continue to flow with the status quo that's already up there. So we don't have enough representation getting put up in those seats to make those huge changes that we need a continuum of. And then we have to, once that one is out of their seat, or have lost their place in political realm, we have to encourage a whole nother one. So we start from round one all the way again and push another one up there, instead of someone already being ready to step right in once that one's out. So we've always been the backbone to actually push those legislators into their seat, but once they get there, they just blend with the rest of them and really don't continue on with our issues.
You should be the one in the seat. You shouldn't be pushing them up. You should be.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where the misrepresentation.
Or you have people who feel that for one reason or another, the people who are already in there are not doing what they need to do because they didn't get their needs met. So when they get in the office, they don't do anything either. So
I think one thing that is so important that I don't know if it's forgotten, perhaps ignored, is that when I was trying to organize this training program, the Tunnel Builder Institute, which is a grassroots organizing training program that the League of Young Voters Education Fund does, and I was trying to organize the church community, the faith communities, and Reverend Peters advised me to get the women. He was like, get the women involved, because there's pastors and this and that, but it's the women who get the stuff done.
Absolutely.
And it's so, like you mentioned, once candidates get into office, then they just kind of go with the flow. There's a certain standard of excellence that some people uphold, and then like organizing campaigns, or people who run campaigns maybe stand up to these standards, but then they're not the ones who get into office. They get the people into office. So it's like women carry that on so much of what we do, because we have to be so much better in everything. So I think if we had more women and women of color and people of color in office being representing us, it would speak for itself, because they would be holding each other accountable and holding each other up to that standard, as opposed to kind of slipping under the radar.
Okay. Just to take the conversation to a slightly different direction, in terms of talking more about specifics. I know we have to wrap things up kind of soon, right, Latasha?
Yes.
Like in a couple minutes,
yes.
Really. But if we could just really quickly touch on this topic. So we've talked a lot about how to get involved, and we've touched on issues that are of concern, like healthcare, violence, providing jobs, siphoning some of the money away from the war of Iraq and the war on terrorism to issues here at home. How exactly do you see these changes being made, and how do you envision your role in making those changes specifically?
Nyota?
Hi. Hello, everybody. Hope you guys know it's me, Donna in traffic. I'm Nyota Robinson. I know for myself, I focus on the issues that mean the most to me and mean the most to my immediate network, and then move out from that. Sometimes I see that certain issues are being focused on with bills and different things that are being passed, and then other times, like I think it was, excuse me, Latasha, Valerie said, excuse me. We find that our legislators and our other elected officials become complacent. So I think when you take an issue such as, for me, it's disabilities, when you see those issues are prevalent in your community, prevalent in the schools, whether it can be on the smallest level with the kid that next door is dyslexic and his mother is struggling with having the school board, see why this child may need, special care in school, but he's not stupid, he's not slow. Pushing it, taking it a step further when you have that opportunity to speak to a school board representative that you may know. So I think when you see a small issue, even if it's being addressed, being able to just push it a little bit forward. But sometimes it's out there, but not in the way that you think it should be out there based upon the people you're interacting within your doing day to day. So that's how I try to move stuff along on any level.
It's so important to introduce ideas, is what
Right.
you're saying, because before we were talking about, like you said, Tony, you have been talking about reproductive freedom, but this new concept of reproductive justice, that was something that took us years to really introduce and for people to start to adopt. And so we can't be shy about talking about new concepts and talking about new strategies for organizing, because you never know what messages will start to resonate with different communities. And so for us, yeah, sometimes they're like, I'm not sure what it means, but it sounds closer to what I believe than what I've heard before. And so, I mean, I agree with you. We have to, it's like, what is our dream world?
Right.
And we have to start articulating how we get there.
When you're talking about these changes